welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Dun, 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 dun. We should see if we get some copyright. Don't look at me like that.
It was the fact that you actually were really trying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm out here today, y'all. Bonnet on, lashes off, and I'm talking like that girl. One arm on frontal, one arm on neck. No, bonnet on, lash off. Fuck it, lash off. I'm saying it like Future. Because it was like, not me looking like a newborn. Like I got a new set of life on eyes on life. I do look a little sick. I kept saying I was going to be
it's also early. We're going to excuse it. It's early.
Oh, I'm going to like this the rest of today. I'm just going to get in the shower. Okay, never mind. That's it.
Yeah, I was trying to give her benefit of the doubt, but yeah. You know what? I'll just keep that to myself.
Yeah, I'm just going to take my shower. That's it. Today I woke up too late. Usually I do it, before we get started, because usually almost every time we finish recording, there's an invite for brunch. So I try to just stay ready. So all I got to do is just throw my stuff on. But today is feeling very lazy. Sunday-ish. It's only 10:43. Again, I woke up entirely too late. And by entirely too late, I mean I woke up at 10 or 9:43 for our 10 o'clock recording time. It wasn't enough time. I had to choose between food or shower, and I chose food. Speaking of which, I got some boiled eggs on. I gotta go. Might have to step away. You'll have at it. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to burn the house down. I ate my bacon already.
Are they not ready now?
My boiled eggs?
Yeah. Because we chatted up for almost 40 minutes. You better go check to make sure the water hasn't boiled.
We chatted almost. Yeah, let's do that, because they might be at the bottom of the
do that, and I'll continue to fill some space. So
I can hear you.
That was Urban Laughter, because I can't even remember if she said her name. I'm JB, and this is the Rude Urban Truth, and she's trying to make sure she doesn't burn down her house. So while she's gone, if you have not subscribed to us, definitely subscribe on whatever streaming platform you are listening to us on. If you're not following us on social media, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Rude Urban Truth Podcast, on Twitter at Rude Urban Truth Pod, and what is that? Our website, therudeurban.truth.com, where we have our bios. You can listen to all of our episodes, and you can go to our store. So you can purchase a mug, shirts, things like that. Also, we are putting these episodes on YouTube now. We will be periodically recording. So you can see our faces. But in the meantime, the episodes will be there. So if anything ever happens and you find that you cannot stream on one of these other platforms, we got you on YouTube. And you can subscribe.
The water didn't boil out. They're not at the boiled level I want, so I'm going to leave them back. I just put it on low. We're going to hope for the best.
Okay, now. All right. Well, yeah, I filled everybody in. I told them your name in case they didn't know your name.
They did. I wish I had told them that I hadn't gotten a shower. I thought about that in retrospect. This is really Summer Walker-esque. But I do actually shower, so I guess it's not. Shit, sometimes it happens in the morning. You gotta... I ain't outside. Shit, I'm in the house.
Yeah, she showers on days that start with T.
Shut your ass up, liar. I shower on every day that start with SMWT. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So not on Fridays?
Thursday. Fridays, yep. F2, Fridays. Whatever letters is in the week. Every day at minimum once a day.
I shower on days that end in Y.
Every day at minimum once a day. Some days 2. 3, depends. At minimum 1. I'm a whole
woman. She'll tell y'all anything.
No, I be around too many men. Y'all know I'm on the prowl. You gotta be fresh. That ain't the only reason. You stay fresh for yourself too. You feel good when you shower, and I think a lot in there. But you know what I'm saying. You gotta get an extra. So fresh.
That's the best place to think.
Wake you up. You feel good. Even when you're sick, you sick. You take a shower, open up your sinuses, and you just feel good. They just make you feel good.
I woke up, stopped up this morning, so that's gonna be one of the first things I do. I'm gonna go shower. And just sit in there and let the steam open me up.
And y'all know we Black, so we do use a loofah, a washcloth, and or soap together. We don't just rub our bodies.
Yeah.
I know that's unnecessary, but that's a shame to even say that, because mad people are really filthy.
Yeah, we already know that there are people out there that just willingly admitted that they don't wash their legs. And if they don't wash their legs, most likely they don't wash their feet.
Yep. Talking about it runs down. Yeah, so I figure since I let y'all in my hygiene routine, might as well get y'all the whole thing.
The thing that's funny about that to me is that they're talking like, oh, we're in the shower, the soap is running down there. When have we ever been like, let's say you went to a car wash. Let's say it just sprayed soap up there and then it rinsed it off and drove out. Is your car clean? No.
Right. The
All the
soap right
bugs
on the
that were stuck
sides.
to the front of it are still there. It ain't blown nothing under the undercarriage of the car.
Gotta get
Still
the scrub.
dirty. You
Gotta
got the
get the
scrub.
scrub.
If you can understand that with other stuff, like are dishes clean just because you put some soap on it and rinsed it off? No.
Absolutely not.
You
No,
got to
you're right.
get in there. So for people to be like, oh, it's running down my legs, you little nasty bastard.
Mhm.
You're just nasty.
I hate to see it.
Like you supposed to be washing your legs. You supposed to be getting in between your toes, like rubbing in between all of that stuff. Like why? Like you should almost be holding your foot with your hand, like you just like this,
You
like
would
getting
say
in
I must
between
hold.
all that stuff,
No, you really
getting in
should.
between the toes.
Mm-hmm.
I should be hearing that you almost falling every time you shower because you picking up your foot to try to get in them toes.
Right. Like, yeah, I'm in agreement.
It just hurts my soul, hurts my feelings.
Man,
Just. Mm-mm. But anyway, all things been thrown out there. So, do you have a rude quote of the week first this week?
I have a rude quote. I do, and it's come from y'all be like, and basically it's a factual thing. Y'all be scared to double text, and not me, baby. Ding ding, 'tis I again.
Not ding ding.
You know how I sound, ding ding. I'm back.
Yeah, I
I
ain't
will
even
double
bad
text in
because
a
I will
heartbeat.
text you again too.
Yeah, don't have me. And if I double text, unless it's like we're having like a conversation, I'm just doing something quick. If I'm double texting out of anger or I'm hostile, yeah, don't do it. You don't want these double texts. Not in real life. These not the double text y'all want.
Oh, because if I got a double text and I got other stuff to say, then
Yep, baby, say that. Mad stuff to say. Like, oh, I'm about to tell you something about yourself because this ain't it and that ain't this.
Okay.
I'm out here trying to put my phone in silent mode. I done updated it and it low key made some changes that I don't quite understand and shit because I ain't been doing it. And I'm all like, how do I silence this?
So just swipe down from the top right corner.
Did I ask you
And
all
you'll
that?
see
Hit
the little
Z's.
focus button. And instead of clicking on focus, just click on the circle beside focus.
Oh, the little lock. I mean, the little thing right here.
The moon.
Yeah, I see it.
And then it puts it in there. Now, if you click on focus, that means you can choose options. But
yeah, I had did that, and I had did it for work. It didn't do nothing. I was still on my phone. Did nothing for me. Okay, I'm good, and I'm gonna do it on my laptop, and then we should be. I'm good.
Oh, I keep my notifications on my computer always off. They drive me crazy.
Yeah, they're kind of annoying.
But
like, oh.
So, rude quote aside, I see that you have some black magic for us today.
I got some black magic because for the first time, a team of all black women climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and they're all over 40. And we love to see it. We love to see our beautifully seasoned women and mothers and grandmothers making shit shake because that's our thing.
They also doing something that I don't see myself doing.
Yeah, they're doing like bucket list things and living boldly. That's their desire. So it's a group of black women, like I said, 40 plus. They made history. There's a group called Shades of Favor. It's a collective of women between like 40 and like 77 or just 40 plus, we'll say. And it was founded by Diana Kinard and Dawn Frazier. And they were both from Georgia. They hit it off immediately, bonded over love, life, gratitude. And they talked about how blessed they were and favored they were to even be the way they were and how they had persevered over the years. So they started talking. They were talking about things on bucket lists, things they hadn't done. Both of them come to the realization, yo, we ain't been to Kilimanjaro. We need to make something shake. And if you're unfamiliar with Kilimanjaro, it is the highest point in, I think, it's the highest point in the world. One of my homegirls, Glenda, she just recently did it and went to it. I can't think of the peak. Are you Googling this? Like, I was waiting for you to Google.
I see that they put in there, they said they were able to reach the summit and reach 2 of the 3 peaks at 18,885 feet. Short of the final peak of 19,341.
But Oh, that's what it is.
Like,
Kilimanjaro is the world's highest freestanding mountain. It's the world. It's in Tanzania. Sorry, y'all. It took me a second to think about it. But the point being that they ended up making it. A group of the women did. I was really happy to see it. And long story short, I'm happy that there are women who are of similar age, just like how there are young women who do these traveling groups. So I'm actually trying to join one and just travel with a bunch of black women and just bond and just enjoy this sisterhood that we're part of. And I love to see it. So I wanted to shout all of the women out. And I really wanted to shout out the founders of Shades of Favor, because what Miss Diana, because I ain't gonna call these ladies by their first name like they're not my mom's age. Miss Diana and Miss Dawn are doing is amazing, and I love to see it, and I hope to see more from them. That's pretty much it. Not gonna keep it long, keep it cute.
yeah, I ain't even mad. I mean, I love seeing us do things, especially when they're doing things that I know I would not be doing, because I don't.
Shut up.
I'm not. I'm not scared of heights, but I'm scared of falling from those type of heights, and that's all I keep thinking about. Oh my god, I would be falling. And
Okay.
19,000 feet is high. That's like planes in the sky high to me in my mind, and that's a lot for me to process. But shout out
That's
to
a lot for
them
me to
because
process.
they are doing wonderful things that regular people like me will not be doing.
Okay.
And then you can probably check in that group on Black Travel Movement. A lot of the times, like black women be trying to organize groups to go on trips with other black women, very often actually.
Oh, and black women, we still extremely black even at the end. You know how young people, you get a group together and they start off with 40 y'all, but only 9 end up going?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing here. They start off with 20 women and only 9 ended up going. So we still gonna be us. I mean, not saying that it was gonna change. I just thought as you got older, you might be a little bit more like, you know what? I'm gonna actually stick to this. But no, it didn't work.
But that's dope. Shout out to them. Because, like I said, I wouldn't do that. I can't do that. But I love seeing
my homegirl
us
Glenda went. And she's a woman of color too.
Yeah.
So I was really happy to just see that, like, stuff like that. And she did it. But Glenda's like our age, so she's a beast. I'm so proud of them. Like, that's a real achievement. I'm not into hiking and stuff like that. I probably won't do it either. It's not my thing. But for the women who go, if you need some encouragement, I'm right here, sis. I got you. And I'll be right at the bottom of the mountain waiting for you.
I love seeing black people doing things that black people generally don't do.
Yeah, that they stereotype that we don't
for
do.
themselves, and they can use those experiences to inspire people that are looking up to them to want to try those things too. Not me, but these other people that are questioning whether they want to do it. You got a group of black women over the age of 40 showing that age is nothing but a number.
Okay.
And that if you want to do it, you can. So
I love to hear
shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out
All right,
to
so let's go ahead and move into y'all. She's doing a dance.
Don't remember, hating hoes ain't happy and happy hoes ain't hating. Don't forget that. I think you always lose sight of that.
Letting them know that you were dancing. I ain't say nothing else. It sounds like somebody went straight on the defensive there, and I didn't see
because you're I wasn't Chris Breezy with just now. I was Chris Breezy with it. You owe Mario to my Chris Brown.
Okay, now I'm going to start hating because now we just out here blatantly lying.
Wow. That's what we're doing. I have a cousin that lives in the Bronx. I found out my cousin Phil stays in the Bronx. I want to see him, but I want to meet him in a neutral spot like Manhattan. You know, safety purposes. Like, no, I'll probably be up there more.
Okay, well, you ready to move into Rude Talk?
Rude Talk. Rude Talk. Bounce that, make your knees touch it. It's you hating for me. Talk.
I was just waiting to see if you were going to sing on cue.
No, because I'm sick of him in these names, y'all. He spelled naked, Naykit. Something say Bumpin In Bushes and pizza rolls. I don't even want to know. Like, these titles be blowing me, y'all. That's what you should make the title of this. Oh, you can't do it in bulleted points. I would say that could be it. Because people be like, what is this episode about? Pizza rolls, naked, bumping in the bush.
All right, so this is my first one. Because then I'm using this to introduce a separate conversation to figure out how you would talk to the youngins about what they saw.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, as she has already said, this particular one is called Bumpin In The Bushes. And this article takes place in no place. Like, basically, the place this happened in is a place that I feel like we would expect something like this to happen in. This took place in the Bronx Zoo.
Oh, of course.
I actually went to the Bronx Zoo. Now that I think about it, when I was a kid, I went to the Bronx Zoo.
Me and my sister keep saying we're going to go.
So, the Bronx visitors on this particular day, this article was written on the 24th, so this is fairly recent. Well, I'm going to just read the first line. Tongues are wagging on social media over a video taken at New York City's Bronx Zoo that shows one gorilla performing oral sex on another.
Wait, these weren't people. These were it's the animals? No, not the animal. Whole time I think you talking about somebody's raunchy ass parents.
No, these are actually animals. So it says the videographer behind the clip, which I'll ping you the article so you can see. Not that I think you want to see the monkeys getting into it, but just so you have it as a reference. It said that he was visiting the gorilla exhibit with his 4-year-old niece and daughter.
Oh, I see it.
My wife had to stay out of the exhibit with my sleeping son, so I wanted to capture a lot on video. Then this magic happened.
Not this magic.
He said that the parents quickly moved to hide their kids' eyes from these apes. I was at a loss for words. Like,
right.
They say that the animals that are closest to humans are
dolphins and them.
Yeah. So I just when you look at the article, scroll down to one of the tweets. It's by Ice-T, and it's a screen capture of a scene, but it's coming from one side, so you don't see what's any private parts, but you see them in position, and I'm just like,
but was it really oral sex?
Yes, go look at the image.
Or were they just? I mean, I know they're not. I know they're not monkeys. It was too easy for me not to take. I know they're not really.
Guys, I will be.
I know they're primates, but were they just?
I will be accepting audition tapes from future podcast hosts.
Oh no, they are. They are. It's on TV. Yeah. Wow,
that's really like doing it.
What did they even get? Was they already doing it? Like, is that something like a trained behavior? Like, I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Like, how did this happen? I have so many questions. This is how would you explain it to your kids?
Like, people are always trying to find ways to shelter their kids from seeing certain sexual acts and things when they're really young. So let's say you go to the zoo and you see the gorillas doing this. What do you say to your kid? How do you talk to them about what they just saw?
I don't even know. I'm not a mom. This is going to be such a shitty answer. I was going to say sometimes grown-ups, when they love each other, kiss each other in their private parts, which is going to be odd because I'm also going to be explaining to my kids that people shouldn't touch you on your private parts. But sometimes grown-ups kiss each other's private parts. I don't even know. Where are my parents at? Where are the parents at? Where are the parents at? Y'all need to come chime in and tell us how you would explain it to your babies.
This might be a good clip to get some feedback from our parents, because I wouldn't know either.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like sometimes grown-ups love each other and they kiss each other's private parts. Or they really like each other and they kiss each other's private parts. Sometimes it ain't love either, but you want to give them either side of love, I guess. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was explaining like, hey, sometimes to reproduce, there are certain actions that you have to take like those to have kids, but only for grown-ups. And apparently grown-up fucking... I don't even know. I would have just covered my kids' ass up and just tried to act like it ain't happening. I'm one of them. I already can tell them be one of them parents.
So I'm wondering if you can get out of this by just saying, "Oh, this is what the gorillas do. People don't do this. This is just what gorillas do," and something. I don't know, but this is not the type of conversation I would want to have with my kids after it being seen by monkeys. Like, gorillas out here really doing the thing. I don't know. But one of the tweets said it looks like the Bronx Zoo needs an OnlyFans account.
Shut up.
And I just can't.
I wouldn't even want to see. Ugh.
Right. Well,
it'd be a whole new category.
I mean, there might be already a category up there.
Yeah, it might be, because there's some wild shit on porn. Like, it's super utterly wild. You be looking like, what? Like, there's a whole scene for, like, pregnant women. Like, y'all be wanting to see pregnant women have sex. Like, what? You can't even see it because the stomach be in... Like, that's... Okay. That's another topic for another day, too.
See, I'm just gonna check on out. So I'm gonna go
Oh,
ahead
you
and
said you
read.
gonna check on. I thought you was doing Google's to find the category. Child was getting
Oh
mortified.
God,
Like not
no,
with everybody on the air. You know you're supposed to watch porn in private and on low, even if you're home by yourself.
no, you do. Okay, well,
What you?
so
It volume probably have it on surround sound. That's it. That's loud as hell. Like what? What? Let's just get out of your personal
we
life.
just
We're
let's
going
just go ahead and
about
move.
yeah.
We're gonna move past that particular article. So the next one I've called "Down in the School Bus Where the Girls Get Naked."
Down in the school bus where the girls get naked. When is P Valley coming on so I can shake it? Run two.
I think it's not coming back to next year. They're
Oh,
filming
that's
now.
ghetto.
They're
Oh, so it's
filming
been
now.
too
I think their
okay.
filming had to be postponed because of COVID.
COVID. Yeah, because Uncle Clifford's my baby.
But they definitely on set and
They no
stuff now, so
grinding
I'm
pain.
really ready for it. Ready. So this article comes from Boston. This is another fairly new article. Came out on the 22nd.
Okay,
So
I'm hurting.
a Boston high school was forced to use a party bus with a stripper pole for a field trip.
It sound lit.
Right, this sounds like the best trip ever.
You smell act like I'm spinning on it.
So they had to do this after the original, more traditional school bus fell through. This is all taking place at Brook Charter School. So they improvised getting a party bus with a stripper pole.
A party bus with a stripper pole.
So it says, Jim Mayers, who is an 11th grade advanced play. Why they had to write that out? 11th grade AP language and language teacher at this school, said that the original plan was to have a regular school bus and the plans fell through. But he said, I guess people don't know this, but there apparently really is a bus shortage, which makes sense because...
No, they've been saying that, yeah. Like it said, throughout COVID, it's been a shortage and it's hard getting drivers.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's more...
Yeah, y'all kids be bad and there's a pandemic. Yeah,
right.
Y'all kids be bad and there's a pandemic. We're not going to act like these kids don't be bad. Ripping their little masks off. They don't want to sit down. Like, I won't... No, I can only imagine. Not all kids, but some of them.
Right. So, I guess... I'm just trying to figure out how this trip was. Like, imagine the look of the kids when they get on the bus and they have a stripper pole in it. And these are high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we acted in high school? We walk up there, we see a whole stripper pole.
We'd have been on it.
You're going to have those people
I'm in love with a stripper. And when I was in high school, that had just came out. We'd have been, and she ride, and we'd have been raw on that pole singing T-Pain.
Right. So I'm like, they're going to be a group of kids that go that don't say nothing. They're just going to be looking at it and they're going to be in shock. And then you're going to get that one kid that's going to come up there and set the whole thing off when they see this. So imagine that bus ride. Like, how they had to work hard, I'm sure, to get people not to get on this pole.
Probably, and I know that bus had a little system.
The teachers did it anyway. I bet you one of the teachers just to be the funny
that bus had a little system. Somebody hand me the ox. Yes. Because them buses come with the sounds and lights. Oh.
How much you want to bet somebody did start singing the P Valley song?
Mm-hmm. I bet somebody started singing T-Pain. I know they're young. They probably ain't singing T-Pain. Maybe one of the teachers sang T-Pain because they around our age. I'm in love with a stripper. She ran.
Yeah, I bet you somebody started singing that song. But yes, I thought that was interesting. But it also brings to light that there is still a hiring shortage going on because, a lot of people.
I don't think bus drivers make a lot of good wages. Do they make good wages?
A lot of places not so much because they're also only getting paid for the time that they're driving. So a couple hours.
A couple hours in the evening, maybe a field trip.
Yeah, so a lot of them are probably trying to get these extra trips and stuff under their belt so that that's more money that goes in their pocket. But I think for the most part, driving the school bus is basically like part-time work. So,
part-time work is like per diem work, not even part-time, because part-time is at least a couple hours. Part-time is consistent hours. They get school delays or whatever, or not delays.
My last article. I called not the pizza rolls.
Yeah, I could go for some pizza rolls. I'm still kind of hungry, even though I'm gonna eat my little bowl eggs after this.
I love some pizza rolls.
Yo, when I was at my mom's visiting in the summer, nieces and nephews still eat pizza rolls. They still of that pizza rolly age.
Mm-hmm.
crushing them with them. My nephew used to be geek because he made like he was like he was a chef. He'd be like, Aunt Jenny, you want to make us some pizza rolls? Like he was acting like he was really like frying from scratch. I'd be like, oh my goodness, yes. I used to tell my mom like, let Tuck make the pizza rolls because he makes the best pizza rolls. Meanwhile, y'all, he only running them to the microwave and I just ain't feel like getting up. But you know how you got hype kids up. I'm like, you make the best pizza rolls. And I was telling my other nieces, don't touch them because Tuck makes the best pizza rolls. Let him make them. He'd be all happy, put them on the plate for me to lace and sit down and be served.
Right, like he just did something so special. I ain't even mad at it. Encourage our youth. All right, so
I hope you'll hear this when you get older.
This one, the title says, Alleged Pizza Roll Pooper Apprehended at the Oklahoma Grocery Store Incident.
Oh, the one, is that the one who wiped his butt with fruit?
No.
Rubbing his butt with fruit.
This is much, much worse. So, Shirley Wright Johnson, so this is a black woman. Because her name is Shirley Wright.
Honey, as soon as you said Shirley, big Shirley, hey girl.
So, Shirley had a crappy shopping experience on Wednesday. She says she was shopping, picking up some items at a grocery store in Moore, Oklahoma, wherever that is, with her 2 daughters when she reached for a bag of frozen pizza rolls. She quickly discovered something else in her hand. Human excrement. I pick up a bag of pizza rolls and there's literally shit. Human shit. Excuse my language. Someone defecated in language. Yeah, she meant that. Someone defecated inside of a supermarket freezer on a bag of Tostitos. Tostitos.
Ooh, I can imagine how it smelled.
I've been calling them Tostitos the whole time. They know S in Tostitos in the beginning.
For real? I call them Tostitos too.
It's T-O-T, not T-O-S-T.
Where are we seeing it? No, how both of us see an S?
Right, I don't know.
And man, how many of y'all see it? What's that thing they call it where everybody sees something that's not there? Forget what it's called. There's a term for it.
That's what we call it. No, I don't know. I know what you mean though. But
I thought Chick-fil-A
that's what I was reading. I was like, is there a typo in here? So I scrolled up to look at the picture and I was like, wait, it doesn't have an S there. Where we get that S from?
We black. Black people put S's on everything and we don't say the last letter of shit.
Right, like Aldi's. But okay, so
exactly.
So she basically found that someone took a shit inside of a freezer on the bag of the pizza rolls, then covered the mess with another bag of pizza rolls. I grabbed the bag and felt something mushy on the bag, so I turned it over and there it was. I was upset. I was disgusted. I feel like I was violated. The ride home was miserable, she said, even though she quickly scrubbed off her hands. All the way home, my kids were still like, Mom, I can smell it. I can smell it.
Lying.
And she's like, I smell it too, baby.
Ooh.
So she told the news station, it's just disgusting. That's the only word that I can use. It's just disgusting. More police using a surveillance video from the scene flushed out. Of course, they flushed out a man they identified as a person of interest. He was booked in the Cleveland County Detention Center on unrelated charges. Wait. Hold on. What?
The man who got arrested for some totally different shit and come to find out he didn't do it. Like, this is... He got arrested for some other shit. For some other stuff. For his shit in the grocery store. Okay. Noted.
Yeah, because they're still looking into the poop probe, as they put it. But he got arrested for some other stuff.
It's poop probe, not the poop. Quit telling us about these butts and these poop. This is gross. Now that I think about it, like, ooh.
It looks like he was arrested on taking photos of women in the grocery store.
Oh my God.
But they're still looking into him poop. How did he manage
What did the grocery store say?
What time was this? What time did this happen? How you just poop?
How ain't nobody come down the aisle?
Nobody saw it.
That's what I was gonna say. How ain't ain't nobody walk past and see this man's pants down? Ain't nobody just glance briefly and see the door? What?
Yeah, bizarre.
What was what did the grocery store do to disinfect? Because we need to make sure we won't stop by there no time soon.
Right. So, yeah, there we go. Those are the random news articles that I came across today.
I got a random news article.
No, I don't. You want to go ahead and do it now, or you want to wait till later?
Nah, I'll wait till later.
Okay.
I said I'll wait till later.
So I'm gonna go ahead into Am I the Asshole?
Yes.
One of these is very interesting, and I only read like the title, and I got mad reading the title.
Oh my God.
This one wasn't technically an am I the asshole, but it seems like an am I the asshole where I can ask whether or not you feel like this person should be mad at this. The title is "Woman is Furious After In-Laws Eat Her Wedding Cake While She Was on Honeymoon."
Yo, people, what is going on with the world? Why are people just doing stuff to people? Like things that we know traditionally people find to be sacred and to mean something or that of importance. Like why?
Mm-hmm.
I have so many questions. Why y'all eat that lady's cake? But go ahead.
Okay, so this is what she said. My husband and I decided to serve plenty of cupcakes for the guests at our wedding while saving our small cake for just pictures and to ultimately freeze for our 1-year anniversary. We are on a tight budget, so our honeymoon was just 4 days long, and my in-laws asked to stay in our house for an extra 2 days after the wedding while we were gone. This was simply done so that they can get cheaper flights and not spend money on a hotel. When my husband and I got back from our honeymoon, our cake was gone. The cake wasn't necessarily crazy expensive. However, we had clearly mentioned we wanted to save it. When confronted, my in-laws said that saving a wedding cake for a year is disgusting and they did us a favor. We can easily buy another cake, but I am mostly upset that this ruined the tradition we wanted to do. So there are people that are...
Just a little sidebar, a little asterisk. My mom told me this. Her and my dad did the save the piece of wedding cake for a year. They said it was horrible because after you thawed it out, it's fucking cake. And I told my mom, like, what did y'all think was going to happen? It was cake in a freezer.
Well, I think that when you do it, I think people just put it in there, but I think it probably would be better if people actually like put it in the vacuum seal package rather than just have it in there. Freezing.
Why are you eating? Hey, look at me. We're not in space. You don't need what?
I'm just saying you could actually.
And her in-laws, but go ahead. I just want to make that little asterisk. My mom and dad said it. Mom and dad got married in the 80s, and she was telling me like, girl, she said we thought they said it was all watered down. I'm like, Mom, it's a cake with ice on it. What did y'all think? Did y'all really think the cake was going to hit?
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to vacuum. Like ideally,
my parents didn't vacuum. Okay, so I hope, Mom, when you listen to this, girl, I'm so sorry for telling your business, but you hear him. You're supposed to vacuum seal it. She probably don't care now. She said she ain't getting married no more.
Well, I mean, do that with most stuff because, when you do that and put it in the freezer, it'll last a lot longer.
Where we get? I need to buy a vacuum sealer. Where I buy one at?
Well, I plan on getting one anyway because, I've been baking cookies and stuff. It saves money. So I can do a whole batch of cookies, but only,
not you saying a whole batch of cookies.
Keep doing. Yep. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So here go these.
So these are comments that people were asking because they were like this woman was right to be annoyed. Someone said, "How hard up for cake do you have to be to do this? Maybe you and your husband start a new tradition where you buy yourself a fancy cake and mark the day of the cake." Another person said you did them a favor letting them stay in your house while you were on honeymoon, and they arrogantly ate something you were saving and then blew you off, claiming that they were doing you a favor. My thing is this: you don't take it upon yourself and eat anything that I have in my house that I told you that was mine. Yeah. Like even if we decided not to keep it for a year and we were going to eat it ahead of time, we can't even do that now because you decided you were going to eat my cake.
They house and ate your cake. They wanted your cake and they ate it too.
So I would have went off too. But how would you have reacted?
I'd have went off probably just on principle. But I also agree with the parents they're saying about like this is a principle based, like me cussing you out. But I also agree with the parents like, well, y'all not about to eat this dusty ass cake. Okay, whatever. But it wasn't your decision to make. So that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking like this. This is your in-laws did this. What else would your in-laws do? Because the cake shouldn't be that big of a deal. But they decided that they were going to take it upon themselves and do something anyway. I would have lost it, and I probably would continue to lose it on them for other things. I just feel like this is not how you want to start off being my in-law. Because now I'm going to have to drag you any chance I get. Because, my mouth is ruthless. I'm going to say something.
Yeah, that is a little bit of your problem. And you think Luis think JB think he every motherfucking thing. Make sure you edit that part out. JB think he everything. He think, look, now I ain't worried about it. I still don't want my real name said. Not all y'all know it's me. Don't say my name. But child.
So, all right. So, true, am I the asshole? I haven't read any of these. Like I said, I only look at the title. I look at the title, like, oh, this is about food. Oh, this will be good for us. So this one is, am I the asshole for going home because my girlfriend wanted me to eat leftovers?
See, this is what I be talking about. That's why sometimes I say, And that again, it's not applicable to all y'all, but sometimes if only I could give me less, I would. I know I'm not singing right, but y'all see where I'm going with it. I know Carlos is going to be talking massive shit about me singing, but it's okay.
All right, so this is the article. It says it is a 25-year-old male and a 26-year-old female. We have separate places, but she always wants me to come and stay with her. I do most times, even though my space is actually closer to where my job is. When I was getting off for work, she called me and asked me to come over, and I asked her what she had cooked. She said she hasn't made anything and she was too tired to cook, but she had some leftovers. And he put a straight face emoji.
The little ungrateful. Okay.
So I said, never mind, don't worry about it. I'm going to just head home. And then she got mad and said, oh, so you'll only come over because I cook for you? You don't want to spend time with me? And I said, I do, but I'm hungry and my place is closer. I don't want to waste gas and money driving all the way over there just to eat leftovers. Am I right? If I'm going to eat leftovers, I might as well just do it at my house. And I did. And then she kept sending me screenshots of her group chat bashing me. Those are friends, so I'm not taking them seriously. But I want to hear what you guys think objectively. Is he an asshole?
No, he didn't at home, but you ain't have to act like that, dummy. And that is why you got cooked in the group chat. And don't think you coming out of this unscathed. You come off, she's sending you screenshots. Just be prepared for an awkward brunch, sir.
Don't my think problem it's sweet. Here is this.
Here you go.
I don't necessarily think he's an asshole. But what I don't like is that she was so quick to go tell her friends what happened. And I say that because remember, you know, your friend's perception of your mate is always going to be dependent upon the stuff that you tell them. And imagine if this is one thing. And then the fact that she's sending him text messages about what they're saying, to me, one says that not that she shouldn't, but she definitely values her friend's opinion as it relates to her relationship.
But sometimes you tell your homegirl stuff.
But we know that you also only tell certain things to certain friends because you know that they know how to turn it on and off.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, you're not team your boyfriend right now, so I'm not going to be team your boyfriend. And then you decide that you want to get back at things. You know, you have certain friends that'll flip that right back on. Everybody ain't like that.
Facts.
And I'm like, that's one of my concerns there, you know, because I'm one of those friends. I'm like, oh, you don't like them right now? Well, shit, I don't like them either.
Yeah, but I can switch when they come. But yeah,
and then when you make it back. Team whatever. That's my way. Back, bro. You know that I'm always going to be team whatever you're choosing to do. Yeah, everybody's not like that. So that's one of my main concerns here. It's like, I get it. You want to talk about it, but you send it in a group chat. Not you sending it to specific people, but you send it in a group chat. We don't even know how many people in this group chat, and we don't know how long these people are going to hold on to this, because it's not going to take much for some of these friends to be like, girl, he don't even value you like that. He only
that ain't how we see. I knew you was going to try to mansplain this. That ain't how we be in these group chats.
This ain't mansplaining, because because ultimately I wouldn't even ask if that's what we doing. Well, why can't you come to my house? Like, they should be alternating here.
What? Do y'all know what man house?
Especially being considerate to the fact that he's actually driving farther, coming from you to go to work.
Have you ever seen a single man house that his mother hasn't decorated? Not God.
I'm sorry. I'm gay. We don't do
ladies, that. No.
We actually know how to clean.
Ladies, we know the horrors. You'll get in there. It'll be like 2 slices of toilet paper left.
But let's be honest here. All women are not clean.
No,
you know that firsthand.
I know.
You know that firsthand.
Oh, you ain't talking about me because y'all know I'm. Who you?
No, look at me.
Wait, I gotta look at you.
I'm like,
oh yeah,
this.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But listen. You right about that, okay? But listen, the tides are turning. I'm one way. I won't have this anymore. So I'll be set. I'll be cool.
Yeah. So
I'll be back to my old. I'll be just how I was in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. Nice little 1 bedroom. It's cute. It's neat. It's clean. It's fun. Don't start your shit today, okay? Nobody asked you that. But I'm telling y'all, most are like, I ain't gonna say all.
You can't even say most. They should actually really are pretty clean.
No, I was going to say,
especially coming from military families. The ones coming from military families tend to be pretty clean.
Well, what I was going to say is just 11 out of 10 of them usually have like super duper man houses, and like basic shit be like missing. So nobody want to go to their fucking house. They usually prefer to come to our house because we make them more homies. Some of us, but like 11 out of 10 men's houses are real. Like, That's an
Yeah,
active. Yeah.
I'm not going to agree with that. No.
Not you leaning into the y'all. He gonna lean into the mic to make sure y'all heard. I'm not gonna agree with that. Look, I'm gonna sip my cranberry juice. I should have put vodka in this mess.
Mm-hmm. Her cup is dirty.
No, it's not. Her cup is there. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh god, you got me laughing like that little. Oh, I was about to make a reference,
like that
but you
emoji.
probably
His ass
wouldn't even
start watering.
understand it.
Y'all should see little dusty big head.
Did you? Okay, did you watch? Do you remember Wacky Races?
What?
It was a cartoon from a long time ago where it basically brought all these like Hanna-Barbera characters together, and they were like racing against each other.
I'm glad I didn't, because I don't even think I would want to know something like that. That's making me mad.
I'm really upset right now. Do you know who Dick Dastardly is?
Dick Dastardly? No.
It was a cartoon character.
I'm about to Google it.
I'm about to send you a picture. Okay, so this is a very modern take. Oh, this is a better one. But Dick Dastardly had a dog. He had a dog that people.
Oh, the one used to rat in the little sad core.
Yes, that was from Wacky Racing.
I do. He was a villain. Yes.
Yes. So the dog. I just realized I was laughing like him because that's how he laughed in the background. Whenever something was happening, he in the background like.
He would, and his little he was a little mangy mutt.
Yeah, so I'm mad we had to go all the way down that rabbit hole for you to be like, oh, I do know him.
Because ain't nobody watching it. If you ain't have cable, just say that.
Oh, I didn't. I definitely didn't. But that show didn't come on. That show came on cable.
I know it because I remember. I was just talking shit.
But that's the thing. That show came on cable though. It wasn't the show that came on like regular stuff. I only saw it because of Cartoon Network.
Now it just coming in, and I thought I had muted you. You heard it come in.
Mm-hmm.
Not y'all be hearing my little whoo.
Oh, this is all right. Okay, so did you say you don't think he's an asshole, or he was an asshole?
No, I mean it's stupid, but you could have ate leftovers. Like it wouldn't kill you. Like you want your leftovers at home. I get what you're saying. It's just more of a. I could be closer and eat leftovers versus you want fresh food. It's just male audacity for me. Like, boy, fuck you. Eat your leftovers at home and stay there. Your house probably smells like balls. Just, FYI.
I don't know. I'm on the fence here. But my only
what you want to fence about?
Really is my only complaint was really that she sent all that in the group chat. I'm very big on You tell certain friends certain stuff. You know the friends that you tell certain stuff to.
I mean, she wanted to get chopped in the group chat.
And then
a man to be fried.
I know,
put it in the group chat.
But my thing is this: I would have replied just the same way as him. I don't give a fuck what your friends are saying. I don't.
Look at my face.
Do you know how my attitude is set up? Let them run through here with some attitude with me. I will run them down with my mouth.
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody really got time for you and this stupidity that you talking. Not today. Not for real.
I will drag somebody.
Ciao.
I know. We know me. We know me. We know how my mouth is set up.
That's your problem. And then, not even how your mouth is set up. It's set up and you can't fight. Remember that time I beat you up?
Y'all. It sounds like, she's pretty delusional.
It is. I wanted to say that so bad so I could just say you couldn't fight. So I could try you get the
I do remember one time where she ran and she really did jump and tried to hit me. It was like one of those weird WWE moves. Like,
what was I trying to knock you out for? It was something worthy. We was at work, wasn't we?
Uh-huh.
I want to say I got off the elevator and chose violence. Like,
I think she's done that when I was sitting at my seat too. Like, you just come running around the corner and just like. And I'm doing the movement like people can see it too.
Just put you in a headlock. I'll get over here right now.
Right. Okay, so here's my next one.
All right.
I only chose this one because on Reddit, it'll say at the top whether people think you're an asshole, if they think the other person's an asshole, nobody's an asshole, or everybody sucks. This is the first one I've seen where it said everybody sucks. So I haven't read it. I just saw that everyone sucks. Am I the asshole for getting mad at my mother-in-law for cooking a meal in our house?
It's probably
Sounds
some logical
very
explanation behind
basic,
it.
but we don't see what this means.
They
While
say
my
it
husband
sound
and I
basic,
were
but
at work, my mother-in-law invited herself into our house without our permission and cooked a 4-course meal for us, cleaned our house, and hung up pictures of herself. Wait, hung up
wait,
pictures of her. Hung up pictures of herself in my unborn daughter's nursery.
she gonna know what her nana look like.
She lives about an hour away. My husband defended her while I was telling her how wrong it was for her to just invite herself into our home. He said it's normal for his family and that his family's just close, and explained how his mom did something similar to his sister. I told both of them, she sounds like me with the first line. I told both of them, I don't care how normal it is for his family. She cannot, under no circumstances, enter our house without our permission or knowledge, and explained to his mom to never do this again and that I could press charges on her.
Not you trying to sue his mom.
She got
went
upset and
off.
she started crying. My husband tried to comfort her, but she just moves away from him and said, I see I'm not wanted here, and leave.
It's his mom being so dramatic for me. Like,
now his side of the family is upset and thinks I cursed her out, which I never did anything of the sort. I just asked her not to invite herself in my house. My husband thinks I disrespected his mom. I honestly started to feel bad. Was I in the wrong? Edit. Just adding that I have a peanut allergy, which is which is deadly. What?
I don't know what the peanut allergy got to do with
She forgot to put punctuation.
Okay, she cooked the dinner.
So she said, just adding that I have a peanut allergy, which is deadly. One of the meals she prepared happened to have peanuts in it.
Okay, now I see where peanuts come in. Okay, first of all, wow. I mean, it's your house. You're allowed to feel how you want. I don't think you're the asshole for it. But I will say this. Parents definitely be violating your apartment. Y'all, my mom and dad used to come to my apartment in Charlotte. They be knocking my vertical blinds down and shit. I wake up in the morning, they all panels all on the floor. I got to try to put them back on if they ain't broke. And then one time, y'all, my dad rearranged my whole apartment to the point where I opened up the door and thought I was in the wrong house. I caught my mom screaming, like, girl, he got to go. This man has rearranged my entire apartment. This man must leave these premises. No.
But like, you know, the biggest difference there is that you were there. Like, you knew they were in your house. My dad rearranged. No. You knew they were in the house.
Oh, yeah, I did. But, yeah, it's her coming in not, yeah. I mean, that's a little bit of a violation. Yeah. Not going to hold you. Yeah.
I don't feel like she was wrong because I would have.
Yes,
I wouldn't have threatened to press charges against her, but I would have made sure that it was very clear that you don't just come up in my house doing stuff. This is not your house. I know that's your son, but you come here when we are here. Or you come here when we let you know that you can come in here. But you don't come in here doing all kinds of stuff. You making meals, not vetting through to make sure everything that you're making is actually going to be something that everyone can eat without dying. And
you're so dramatic. See, you and that lady belong together. Talk about everybody can eat without dying. I mean, I get it because she got a peanut allergy and she did make some with peanuts. But not the whole, you ain't have to make it like that. And then, you did not have to make it like that.
What if I want your damn face in my nursery with my child? You can go into living space with everybody else.
I'm cracking up, and his mom said, "My baby going to know me."
She came to the house with pictures of herself, like, "Ooh, I'm about to put myself up in this nursery."
Listen, my good sis said, "My baby going to know me." One way or somehow.
I would have read her down too. Ain't even gonna lie, I would have read her down.
No, look, of course.
Come slide up in my house like this again.
That's your.
I'm gonna have the little ring thing on the door, and I'm gonna start cussing like Kate Michelle did that little girl.
Get off my porch. Now, that little girl was wilding there. Girl, why are you on this lady's porch? Get your little behind out there, Miss Mama.
And a lot of people only say that they feel like she was at fault too by threatening to press charges. If she wouldn't have threatened to press charges, they wouldn't have seen her as being an asshole in that at all because she had every reason to be concerned that someone, like, you just don't let people just walk up in your house like that.
But what I always be saying, you don't get to dictate how people respond to your fuck shit.
That's true.
You don't get to respond. You don't get to dictate the reaction. See, now you done played. What they say, play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. You done bust it all up in their house, made food, stuff that she allergic to, and then thought it was gonna be sweet. And they gonna say you feel like you're not welcome. Girl, no, you are welcome by invite only. Ain't nobody tell you pop up.
And then my thing is also this. Did she know I had peanut allergy? Was this bitch trying to kill me?
Not you. It was a beautiful day.
I feel like maybe I've seen some Lifetime movies. Maybe she was trying to replace her daughter-in-law with herself. That's why she put herself in the nursery. Like, Lord. I want this child to see me.
No, fix it.
I watch crazy stuff like Hand That Rocks the Cradle and stuff. I know the people be doing crazy stuff.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
I want you to stop.
I'm just saying.
Stop.
All right, so I'm gonna do one last one. I'm gonna let you choose.
All right.
I only seen the titles for these. Am I
Of
the
course.
asshole? This title is very bare. Like, I don't know what this is going to go to. It says, am I the asshole for keeping a portrait of myself over the mantle? That's it. That's all I have. And the last one is, am I the asshole for not allowing my sister to use my laundry machine when she washes her undergarments in it?
No, that's dumb. Let's do the first one because that sounds like stupidity. That second one. That second one's gonna piss me off.
Okay, so we'll do the first one.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what it's hitting
Okay,
like.
I did look at the bottom. He was really doubling down on the fact that he did not want her to use her laundry machine for
Yeah, like
undergarments.
that's so. I don't even have time for this today because that was dumb, and you know it's dumb too.
He
Like,
said, as for why no undergarments, I don't like it. I don't want it. So I don't allow it because the laundry machine is mine. That is that.
boy,
Yeah. So all I need to know is that to know that he was the asshole. Okay.
right?
So for the other one about the portrait over the mantle, this is a 22-year-old woman. And so I was looking to see who the other person is. And that's when I saw what this is about. Okay. So it's a 22-year-old woman and a 22-year-old man. I kind of got to a point where I realized I can just buy whatever I want. Something I've started doing is commissioning portraits of myself in different styles. I don't really have any expensive hobbies, so they're kind of my thing. My friend who's 22, the 22-year-old male, moved in last month. We were talking in my room this morning. He told me that the nude painting of me in there makes him uncomfortable.
It's nude. I'm thinking this was a headshot. Whole time I'm thinking this is one of them, you know, them 1752 King and Queen, one of them, like, you know what I'm saying, or like the one Puff had in the that one
Right.
video. Last
So
night couldn't get an answer.
so he tells her that it makes him feel uncomfortable, and she says the thing is I'm a huge prude. It's supposed to be like La Maja Desnuda, and it's completely non-sexual. Honestly, though, I realized that even if I saw a non-sexual painting of somebody naked in their house, it would make me uncomfortable too. So I took it down and put it in my closet. Now he's told me the way the fully clothed portrait of me over the mantle is placed makes him feel.
At this point, bro, you just think you ugly.
No, so this one is okay. She replaced the nude photo with the photo of her looking down at people.
like blue.
I guess it's kind of probably like those photos that make you uncomfortable because it looks like the eyes are following you around the house.
Yeah, it made me think of blue. Like the ones that be in like those little spooky movies around Halloween. That's funny.
So she said he told her that it makes him feel uncomfortable too, and she said she honestly put it there to be funny, like I'm an 1800s matriarch, but I am also unironically. Well, she said that she loves it too. I told him I wasn't willing to take that one down, and he says that's a stupid hill for me to die on. I want to make my house as comfortable as possible for him. He's my friend, and he's going to be paying the rent. But I really love that thing. Am I the asshole for keeping it?
Girl, no, it's your picture, but not you being creepy with your own photos. Like, what? Like, she did try. I don't think she says because she did try. I mean, she tried. We got to give her an A for effort, right? We got to give her that. Like, she could have just been completely irrational. Was all like, boy, no, this ain't, no, I'm not doing nothing. She did try, right? Like, we not going to take away that she didn't try. Because that's
Right.
really anything. Like, I really want to see the picture where she's looking down on people.
That thing had like, because after the new photo came down, I was like, oh, it can't be any worse. Maybe he just doesn't like pictures of her. But then when I read it, it was one where she's looking at people.
Like, look at y'all.
Oh man! In my mind, I'm thinking like, is this like Bridgerton?
Right. Like, not you turn up.
Oh man! So I don't know if I see her as an asshole, but that is funny as hell to me.
No,
Plus, at the same time, let me be honest, it's still your house.
Yeah.
He asked to live there.
Yeah, like how you asked to come in my space and then gonna be like, well, could you take the news down? Like, sir, what? Then I put the news down, and then when I put up ain't good enough for you. Next one, she take one bent over, saying kiss her up.
She gonna have one pose like Little Kim squatting.
Right.
This is real.
looking down. I still want her to be looking down because I want to see this picture so bad. I still want her to be looking down, like sis, look down. Let me see.
Oh, that tickled me. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got really stopped up suddenly.
Yeah, you're barbaric. I was gonna say, what's going on? That's not even barbaric. I just wanted to call you barbaric. I just needed a window.
Okay, so the next one is a thing that I found on the internet.
The internet?
No, not the internet. I heard it on the radio. And I mentioned it last week to Urban Laughter, and I wanted to talk about it on the show so we can really like dive into it or whatever. So this was, I'm going to just read it as I wrote it to Urban Laughter, and we're going to see.
I'm just read it as I wrote it.
So this person wrote into the radio because they needed some advice. She said, I used to work with a guy. We'll call him Devin. He and I used to flirt a lot, and we would hang out from time to time, but that was it. He ended up quitting and going to our largest competitor. After a couple of months, he reached out and asked if I wanted to get a drink. I said yes. We met up for drinks. During the meeting, he told me that he was recently promoted to manager and that there was a position that paid more than she was getting paid now that he thought she would be good for. Her issue is that the position would be reporting for him. Does she take the job because it's paying more and risk something happening because they have a history and now she works for him? Or does she pass on the job and risk not really seeing him again? If they have issues after she takes the job, she has concerns that he might fire her. What should she do?
I mean, I already told you, like, sometimes men do that, but it did sound like he just only invited her for the drink to discuss the job. Like, oh, this is a good opportunity to catch up. I think you'd be a good fit. Like, do you want it? It's like an opportunity, bro. Get the bag and leave.
Yeah, it does not appear that after he left the job, he didn't really keep up with her. If he was actually really interested in her, he probably would have kept up with her because then they could have been busting it wide open together after and not having to worry about work stuff.
Not you being a lusty coworker.
I'm just saying. I mean, we've worked in places where we just saw that people were just doing whatever.
Yeah, running rampant.
So, but yeah, so that's how I was thinking too. And then like on the radio, they were talking about it and they were like, one of the girls was like, girl, just go get that money.
Yeah.
And then, but it was interesting. I noticed that there was a huge divide with the people who were calling in where the women were saying, girl, get that money and deal with it later. And a lot of men were like, no, don't do it. And a lot of the men were saying don't do it because they had put themselves in positions like that before where they
with women
started hooking up with women that was reporting to them. And one person in particular said that he and the women got fired, because fraternizing.
Both of y'all.
You can't be a leader hitting it off with your employee and people find out
we don't want one of you. We don't want either of you.
And then in his situation, it happened. They got fired because she ended up getting pregnant, and then it got out that she was pregnant by him, and he was reporting directly to her. So a lot of the men were like, no, don't do it. It was like, because if y'all are working this closely together, it's a strong possibility that he may try to rekindle stuff with you because you're going to see him a lot more often now. And you might run the risk of what happens if y'all do fall out. So I was like, I could see it on both ends, but also I was leaning more towards getting that money, girl. Get that money, get that title.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I ain't gonna hold you.
And then if you need to go somewhere else, you can go somewhere else. We live in a climate right now where it's not uncommon for people to switch jobs frequently. Like it used to be shunned upon back in the day, but a lot of times now there are a lot of jobs that are truly fighting for people, and they're okay with just taking someone from another employer if it came down to it.
I mean, that's kind of where I was at with it. Like, girl, get your money. Don't let that man
right.
you.
All right, so here's another one I found. This one is actually going viral now. I saw that the what's his name, the fuck boy Derek Jackson, he posted something about it recently.
I'm tired. I don't even look at that. He say no more.
I see some people sharing his post. That's the only reason I saw it. So this is what the post said. My fiance wants to have a wedding and I don't. I want a small ceremony. She wants to use the $16,000 that I saved up for a home and for emergency funds. I already spent $3,000 on the ring she wanted, and that was from my savings. We can't seem to come to a compromise. I'm willing to spend $5,000 on the wedding, and she says that's not enough. What can I do?
How much she putting on it?
Great question. I see some people comment. They say traditionally it's the wife's family is supposed to be paying for the wedding. So why are you coming out of pocket spending that much money?
That's where I was coming with it. That's why I said, how much is she putting up? If that's the case, just postpone it. Like, not also postpone it. Like, y'all know y'all gonna be together. Y'all know y'all want to be together. Take the 5 Gs and then build on the 5 Gs until you get money that you want in the wedding that you want. I'd rather have him have that savings, especially after this pandemic and how stuff was so uncertain. People were just losing their jobs, and we was finding out all this stuff about people was living paycheck. We knew people was living paycheck to paycheck anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I would just, I don't know. After coming out of the pandemic, and it just opened my eyes up to just be like, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready type.
My thing is, I don't know if I'm reading into this too much, but when he says that she wants him to use the $16,000 that he saved for a home, that sounds like money that he's been saving specifically for a home. Probably something that he started saving before he even met her. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like something that he started doing while they were together, because I would think that if they were saving for a home together, it would be joint income in there. And the way it's written, It sounds like this was all my money.
And it would be something mutually beneficial. Like, girl, you going in there too.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say that they actually feel like this is an early sign that they're not going to be on the same page when it comes to their marriage. And maybe they really need to sit down and see if this is actually something that they truly will want to do together.
Yeah.
Because they felt like she was being a little bit selfish, and kind of like you were saying, like, what does she complete? What is she
like you talking about him bringing up 5 G's, but I need to know what you bringing. My good sis.
Right.
We need to know what's up. Like, what's up?
Right. So,
I just want to know.
Yeah, that's all I got for Rude Talk.
Rude Talk. Oh, Rude Talk.
Are you ready to go into living wild black?
Because we've been black most of our lives.
So, I'm trying to figure out how I want to slide into this, because it kind of makes me upset.
Let me sip my juice so I can get my throat ready.
Okay, so in this last week, I feel like if there was ever a time when the media and people in general wanted to show that there was a lack of value for Black lives, it became really apparent again in the last week. For those who are not aware, somehow you're living on the rock, because this white girl basically took over the news. Gabby Petito had gone missing.
Unfortunately.
Right. And then I do also want to preface this with, like, it's really sad that she went missing. It's really sad that she passed. I think she was killed. But like, all of that, I think is terrible. I don't think it's good to hear that anyone has died or has been killed. That's right. Not, and it's not a laughing matter at all. So I just want to make sure I preface things with that. My issue is with media. My issue is with the urgency to find white lives and the lack of urgency to find Black
white
lives.
Women. Be very specific.
Yeah, white women in general. Like, because this girl literally took over the news. And it's just, to me, it's really bizarre that one girl took over the news the way she did, and literally all hands on deck in trying to find this girl. Whereas when we have missing Black and brown people every day that get no media coverage, or using the Black man that was just found, what's his name, is Jelani Day. Mm-hmm. Jelani Day had been found almost 20 days ago, did not get identified. Mm-hmm. And I say it that way. He was not identified until after, a little bit more pressure was put on people, because, they found Gabby, but the family was like, we need more effort to try to find our kid.
His mom had to beg. Yeah,
and it shouldn't have gotten to that point, especially after the body had been found 20 days ago. 20 days ago. Like, it's just, I don't understand. Because you shouldn't have to beg. Like, this is like, you just shouldn't have to beg. It shouldn't be
basic
like that.
Empathy and humanity should be, okay, this man is missing. We should be able to search and find him reasonably. Mm-hmm. 20 days. That makes no sense. So y'all didn't even take the opportunity to try to ID who he was and notify his family until it got blasted into media. Mm-hmm. So for 20 days, that mother sat fearing the worst, wondering.
Hoping that their child was going to come home.
Right.
It's just, this is crazy to me. Like, it really, really upset me, because to me, the whole thing with Gabby showed that if people wanted to, they could find these people, and they can find them fast. Like considering what she was like on some like cross country trip or something, but she don't want like it's just to me it's just I'm sorry, I'm just at a loss of words. I don't understand why we have to always be fighting so hard to be treated as decent human beings like everybody else, to show that there's some type of value with our lives, because
And there's never any humanity when it comes to us.
yeah, it's just it's very irritating. It
It is.
it's just
And frustrating.
irritating. It's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. They said that they found this boy's body on September the 4th.
And didn't try to reach anyone. Nothing.
Nobody.
Just like, oh, okay. Like this
Like,
was somebody that mattered to somebody. Like this was somebody that was loved, cared about, looked after. Nothing.
like his family reported him missing a long time ago. Like they said that the last time he was seen was on August the 24th. His family reported him missing after he didn't show up for class for a couple of days.
Make no kind of sense.
I don't understand, but and I don't even know what else to say. Like it just irritates me that
It makes you so tired. It's a different type. It's like for me, like a white hot anger that just like boils deep down inside of you, because you know for a fact that if something were to happen to you, nobody's going to give a damn except your family, and they only going to selectively decide whether or not they want to amplify it. Because think about the people whose family members are missing and they ain't even put it on TV. Like,
yeah, I mean, there are tons of people like that. After the whole thing with Gabby, where they were able to find her body fairly quickly after it was reported that she was missing, so many people are stepping up like, hey, this is a person of color that's been missing for a while. Can we get someone to start looking into this? We have so many black and brown people that go missing all the time. Hell, look at Kelly Price.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that Kelly Price's family was. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that Kelly Price said nobody's really seen her in a month.
That's crazy.
It wasn't until that day, like 2 days ago, where we started seeing reports of people saying, okay, yo, she is missing. Like her family and them had been trying to figure out where she was for the whole time. And the fiance was like, oh, no, she's fine. Something about that. Well, not even fiance. Apparently they're married now. They got married at the end of last year. There's a lot of stuff about this whole situation that doesn't make sense. And not yet has Kelly Price spoken out. Kelly Price is a very vocal woman as it is. So it's very unrealistic for all this to be happening and for her not to have said anything yet.
They say she's recouping.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
We'll see.
Because I think she contracted COVID in like July. And that's not to say that she couldn't be still dealing with like the effects of COVID, because some people really do be dealing with it for an extended amount of time. I've worked with someone who it took them a whole month now. And there's some people who it's taking longer and they're still dealing with the effects of COVID and how it impacted their lungs and their bodies during that time. So there's nothing to say that she's not. But for her family to not have really heard from her is still different. Like you can be coping, but I don't know if she's coping and then completely cut herself off from the world. Like she has kids and stuff too. So something about it just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
So hopefully she is
and her
doing
sister
well.
Said it too. Yeah, I hope she's really recovering too.
Yeah. But I just wanted to quickly shine that light on what just happened. And I had so many things I wanted to say, but then when I started talking, it's just like, it's just kind of hurtful.
Yeah,
know that I can go missing and then people could be fighting for people to find me. But as a person of color, they probably wouldn't have the same urgency. Like, when was the last time we ever seen full media coverage on someone that was either black or brown that went missing?
I can't.
This girl Gabby made national news. She's being reported on CNN and Fox News and all these places. I have not seen a black or brown person being reported or on in that capacity ever.
And we go missing, especially from like places like Atlanta.
Hell,
like
I think we're trafficked more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like what black women, brown women are trafficked more than anybody because usually these are people that are already in situations where they feel like, no one really cares anyway. So they're easy to pick off. But no one is around looking for these people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it
It's
makes you
just
sad.
irritating.
That's why I'm always so overly cautious and why I get so mad when certain stuff happens and people are like, whoa, what is that? No, I'm a black woman. Ain't nobody gonna report me missing. And I know that nobody's gonna report me missing except my family, and you're gonna ignore it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
pissing me off.
All right. Yeah. But okay, well that's all I have for that. What you got for us?
I got you a little pick me up. Not
Mm-hmm.
really pick me up because this is life and it's like that and it's unfortunate. But there's a little boy who has gone viral, a little first grader, about
Mm-hmm.
not taking his mask off and say he always listens to his mom. You probably seen it. Have you seen it?
I have, and I died laughing. That school picture took me out.
Yeah, and say his mother says she should have been more clear. Because wait till she get them school pictures back and that baby got that mask on. Okay,
Okay.
I'm
At
cracking
least
up.
she knows that her son listens to her, and nobody was able to convince this kid otherwise of taking that mask off. He was given exact instructions: you do not take off your mask unless you are really far from other people, and
Or
all the other
eating
stuff.
lunch.
And eating lunch, and he had been doing what he was told. And I am not mad at this young king for doing what his mama told him to do.
Yes, his mom said she should have been more clear. So I'm so proud of him for sticking to his word, but I should have been more clear about my rules. I love it. It said this exchange started when the photographer told the little boy's name is Mason, told Mason to remove his mask for the photo. And in response, he said, my mom said to keep it on all the time unless I'm eating and far away from everybody. And Nicole said that the photographer tried to reassure him, like, look, I'm sure it's okay to take it out for your pictures. He's like, no, my mom seriously told me to make sure I keep it on. Like, basically, like, sis, no. He said, when she asked one more time for a few seconds, we want to take it off. He was like, no, thank you. I always listen to my mom. I always listen to my mom.
That is so
And then,
cute.
while I didn't create that new photo, he really got a picture with his. He really has a picture with his mask on, y'all.
This is with blue
See, I love
mask
it. They say,
on.
"What an incredible keepsake from this era." Yeah, that's true. You should be
Right.
proud. It's hard to stand up to an adult, but he had the confidence to say it. They said, "Good job, Mama." So that's
Mm-hmm.
very cute. In response, um, Nicole people started a GoFundMe to raise money for Mason's college fund rather than
Mm.
physical gifts.
Oh.
Um, like ice cream that many wanted to send them. As of Saturday afternoon, is raised over $10,000. Okay, Nicole. Nikki said, "Listen up. We gonna make sure this baby
Mm-hmm.
is thriving and surviving right on into these college years." Okay,
Okay. I ain't even mad at it. It makes me think
I
of
ain't
when I
mad at
was a
all.
kid. My mama had left me home. Back in the day, it was okay to leave your kids in the house. You would just say, "Don't open the door for nobody."
Mm-hmm.
So she told me not to open the door for nobody. She went to work, and my uncle came over. He knocking on the door. He knocking on the door, and I looked at him through the window, and he was like, "Open the door," and I said, "I can't." Mommy told me not to open the door for nobody.
That's why I take it y'all parents so literal, but I can't. Mommy told me not to open the door for nobody.
And he getting mad at me because I won't open the door. So I'm on the other side of the door crying because I'm like, I'm gonna get a whooping if I open the door. But if I don't open the door, I'm gonna get a whooping too. I ain't know what to
Right.
do.
Y'all gonna talk about he gonna beat you too.
So this is obviously before cell phones and stuff. So Uncle Tony had to go to somebody else's house to call my mama at her
And tell
job
her
to get my mama to call me to
to
tell
tell
me
you
it
to
was
open the
okay
door.
to let him in the house. But then when she called me, I was scared to open the door because I'm like, well, now he mad at me. He gonna come in here. He gonna hit
Right,
me.
and beat me.
She was like, "Boy, just open the door. Let your uncle in there." And I'm like, "Okay." Well,
And he
and
probably
then
are like, boy.
she had to change up the rules later. And was like, "Okay, you can open the door for family, but you can't open the door for nobody else." I was like, "Well, you got to be clear about that stuff," because I was taking that
Okay.
literally. Ain't nobody coming in
What you
here.
say? Draw the line for me, sis, because ain't this is Fort Knox until you come home.
Okay, and that's exactly how I treated it. But okay, well, I guess that's the end of Living While Black. Do you have anything you want to leave our listeners with today?
No, I don't. I have
Mm,
nothing.
well,
I have
I
nothing.
I do have something.
What do you have?
Deep breath. Okay. So I came across this meme. Um, don't judge me when I read this one.
Oh, I'm definitely being judgmental. I feel it in my bones.
This was posted by Mr. Green Jeremy. This reads, y'all be pregnant using a vibrator. And then y'all wonder why y'all kids be stuttering. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode.
That man said that y'all be pregnant using vibrators, and that's why the kid be stuttering because you tased yourself to death? No. Cut my mic. Cut my mic right now. Cut my mic and send me that meme so I can report that man. He's completely out of line, and he needs to go to hell immediately. One-way ticket.
Okay. So I'm going to go. With that said, boys, we are going to talk to you guys next week.
Because I just, in a world full of cans.
Can't. Well, all right, boys, we'll talk to you next week. Bye, guys.
I hate you.